If you're watching this, you're probably in your early 20s, probably in school, studying something you hate, or maybe you just graduated, finally got that dream job. Maybe you've been working that job for some time, and it just sucks. At least that was me. I just graduated, got that job, my dream job. It sounded good on paper, you know what I'm saying? But after working it, I became alienated from that job, and I ended up hating it for real. Yeah, I still had some creative agency, but it was still that something missing. In today's society, there's definitely a void of spiritual emptiness and lack of spiritual purpose. You look online, there's so much hatred, so much division, so much divisiveness. There's a lot of things that we see online that pull us towards something that isn't really good for us. There's a lot of lust, there's a lot of get rich quick schemes, learn shit quick schemes, a lot of greed, a lot of vices that perpetuate that spiritual void. I think the reason for that is that we're all distracted by something. We're always trying to fill that void with temporary pleasures. Let me ask you this: when was the last time you actually sat with yourself, embraced boredom, or just did nothing and just really thought about, damn, who am I? What do I want out of life? What genuinely makes me happy? What kind of people do I like to be around? I think that self-knowledge is the first step towards an antidote to that spiritual void. Because when you know yourself, you'll be better equipped to handle the pressures and external pressures of society. When you know yourself, you have that internal compass, and no one can tell you otherwise. No one can tell you about yourself, because you have that strong sense of self and you're confident in going in a certain direction, instead of having someone in your ear telling you that, oh, you're not good enough, oh, you can't do that, like, oh, you're not this, you're not cut out for that, you're not hungry. Whereas if you know yourself, you have that strength within yourself to be able to know that you know, like, you know 2 + 2 is 4, you know 5 + 5 is 10, like, you know that for a fact. It's the same thing every day of the week. And so getting to know yourself is all about, one, cutting off the YouTube. Like, literally stop watching this video right now and go for a walk and think about your life. And that's the first thing I invite you to do. Just spend time with yourself, eliminate distractions, and really sit down and ask yourself these deep questions. Like, who are you? What do you want out of life? Why do you think you're here? Have you been living out that purpose? So when you go for that walk and spend time with yourself, I want you to ask yourself and reflect on how you handle conflict. I think it can show you a lot about yourself. It can teach you about who you really are on the inside at your core. I think the universe, life, God has a way of putting pressure on us in order to find out what we're really made of. But imagine you were blindfolded. How can you tell an orange from an apple? By the juice. Well, obviously you can touch, but just get the idea of what I'm trying to tell you. I can already hear you typing in the comment section. Chill out. In order to find out the kind of juice a fruit has, you squeeze. If you see a lime or a lemon or an apple or orange, you got to squeeze the fruit to see what juice. Are you made of that real-ish, or are you made of some fake-ish? You ever realize that you tend to get your best ideas in the shower or on the toilet, or I don't know, before you about to go to sleep? When you finally put the phone down, when you finally put all of the external stimuli away, that's when you get your best ideas. I definitely noticed that. As soon as I'm about to go to bed, all of a sudden I'm hearing melodies, all of a sudden I'm hearing guitar chord progressions and all these different lyrical ideas. I gotta record this real quick before I forget. Eliminating distractions is definitely the first step in a way to start to get in tune with yourself. Yeah, I'm not about to sit up here and act like I got all the answers, but I think definitely just spending more time with yourself, going somewhere in nature. Why am I really here? What's my real, true purpose?